My name is Noelle Conover. This is my daughter Megan, and my son Matthew was diagnosed with lymphoma on October 23rd of 2001. Matthew passed away from his disease on July 5th, 2002, 9 days short of his 13th birthday.
To see what he was going through and to maybe even put myself in that position, I don't know if I would have had half the courage and half the smiles that he had. It was very hard to see him so sick, but his personality his perseverance and his courage to just endure that. I often think of that in him.
When you look at children and adolescents with lymphoma, the vast majority of them are cured, but there is a small percentage of patients, 10 to 20%, for which we are unable to cure them.
Hello, I'm Michael Harper. This is my son, Logan Harper. Logan got up one morning and he had a knot on his chest. We took him to the local emergency room. Within 3 days, he was starting on chemo for Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was devastating.
He underwent 6 rounds of chemotherapy and a whole month of radiation. And then he ended up relapsing, and the same treatment didn't work on him the second time.
We found out later that his case is very rare, so there really was no study on it yet. That made it really hard.
There aren't many facilities, if any, addressing these rare types of lymphoma. These are lymphomas that we don't know a lot about, and we really don't have a standard approach for treating them.
My biggest question was why? Why did he get lymphoma? Was it something we did? Is there something we could have done? And they just don't know.
We had actually had a clean scan, and a month later, one night at home, I noticed a knot. It was back in more places than what it was the first time. So that's when they told us they didn't know if they could control it.
When a family and a patient is told that there's a diagnosis and no one knows exactly how to treat it, that can be very disturbing. None of the doctors like to have to say that to a patient, but it's often true. And they're left wondering, where should I go? Where should I find an answer if no one's even seen a case of this before?
This year, the Lemieux Foundation will be donating $2.5 million to establish the Mario Lemieux Lymphoma Center for children and young adults, right here at Children's Hospital. This gift is going to help children and young adults that have rare cases of lymphoma. They'll be not only locally here, but they'll be throughout the United States. Indeed, they could be around the world. And they'll have cases that have been very stubborn, difficult to treat, and what we hope to do is establish this center to give them the attention that they truly deserve.
I think what will happen at this center is you will see rapid solutions that can be tested and vetted and then implemented down the stream and transformed out to other centers in the United States and the world.
The center really will help all patients and their families who are touched by lymphoma. We're making an effort to bring together the expertise of clinical researchers and laboratory researchers and physicians caring for patients to improve the lives of patients with lymphoma.
Everybody knows about Mario's battle with lymphoma, now 21 years ago. He wanted to establish a foundation to give others a chance to win, to give others the hope that they should have if they get faced with this disease.
The Lemieux Foundation is deeply embedded in the culture and life of Children's Hospital, and this will just be yet another sign of their commitment to the children of this community and to children everywhere.
Mario Lemieux came to visit Matthew during his treatment. Matthew just held that really special to his heart, that if his hero could beat cancer, maybe he could too.
This center is going to help families like Matt's family, like Logan's family, who need answers and better treatments.
I feel like if we had a center when he was originally diagnosed, that we could have been given a better hope from the very beginning.
This center is important to me because I've been doing lymphoma research in the lab for over a decade, and I've experienced firsthand how laboratory research can lead to new answers that can lead to new and important and exciting treatment strategies and improve patients' lives.
We want to find a cure. And until we find a cure, we want every child, young adult, and their families to know that here in Pittsburgh, somebody is working every single day to find a cure for their lymphoma.
To me, it's just a coming together. It's really what was meant to be. It gives me a place where I can tell people, about lymphoma. I can say, Matthew had that disease, and now you can give to a center that's actually researching why he had the disease. Having a lymphoma center in Pittsburgh at Children's Hospital, one of the best children's hospitals in the world, is just a really good thing.
While this is a great announcement, this is the beginning. As we continue to grow, our goal is to impact more lives.
The new Lemieux Center fits perfectly with the mission of Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. This is a hospital that, from the days when Jonas Salk discovered the polio vaccine to when Tom Starzl did the first solid organ transplants here, really has been on the cutting edge of providing hope not just for children in this community but around the country and around the globe. Our chance to announce such a significant contribution really raises the bar across the Pittsburgh community, and we are thrilled to be a part of that.